In 1848, a husband and wife sought freedom on a self-emancipation journey like no other. Ellen and William Craft left the South and made their way north disguised as a man and his slave. Author Ilyon Woo recounts the suspenseful drama with great historical rigor in her new book, Master, Slave, Husband, Wife. We want to welcome Ilyon to the show. So tell us how this book came to be and about Ellen and William Craft. Give us some insight on their disguises and their plans to escape.
Well, the story came to be for me through the reading of their incredible 1860 narrative. And when I think about one word that I would associate with this meeting of them through words is awe. So I felt tremendous awe when reading their narrative. And as I started learning more about them in the archives, I was overwhelmed by awe as well. So this is a story about a couple who make a truly awesome escape. So they're actually husband and wife, but they disguise themselves as master and slave. So Ellen is the enslaved daughter of her first master. And from him, she inherited a very light complexion, and she uses that to her advantage to be able to pass as a disabled, wealthy, white gentleman. And William performs the role of her slave.
You describe a scene where the Crafts, in disguise, are waiting for their train to leave the station when the man hired to recapture them boards the train to find them. What would have the consequences been had they been captured?
The consequences would have been catastrophic. I mean, so there are laws in place that deal with what to do with how to punish enslaved people, and you can see all those in the Georgia statutes. But at the very least, they would be taken away from each other. They could be punished brutally. They would be separated and likely, very possibly sent further south into a different kind of bondage than they'd known in Macon, Georgia.
Tell us about the Crafts' journey to Boston and the life that they made there in the public eye, really.
Yeah, so the thing that's amazing about the Crafts is that they make this extraordinary escape, but then the story doesn't stop there. They continue to make incredibly awe-inspiring and brave choices. The first of which they make once they reach the North is to tell their story. So they speak all across New England, covering another 1,000 miles to tell their story in order to help not only themselves, but people who are still remained in bondage, including their loved ones. And they put themselves in great danger by doing that. And when the Fugitive Slave Law in 1850 passes, they're basically targets on their back, and slave hunters come from Georgia to pursue them, and they're on yet another adventure.
One of the most moving parts of Master, Slave, Husband, Wife is how the community in Boston embraced and protected the Crafts after their former enslaver sent men to recapture them. Tell us about that.
Yes, so once this law passes and once these enslavers come to Boston, they are so close physically to where the Crafts are. They're staying at a hotel that's really at one edge of the Common, and you cross the Boston Common and the Crafts are there. It's like no more than a 20-minute walk away. And so the Crafts need their allies to help them, and they have Black and white activists making a stand, like harassing these slave catchers, trying to keep them busy, also providing them with shelter. And they are moving back and forth across the map, and so are the slave hunters. And at one point, they're just a rifle shot away from one another around the corner.
We're currently, as you well know, in a fight for education surrounding race theory and Black stories, history, such as this. Why do you believe that it's so important for us to know or at least teach this side of history?
Well, this is American history. This is American history writ large. The Crafts, I see them completely as American heroes, and to understand the way their story meshes with a pivotal moment of the United States history is, I think, a way to understanding some of the tensions and issues that we are now grappling with. And perhaps, I hope, a way to talk through them.
We hope that this helps. You know, I think that all of these different books that show some part of history is a way that we can at least start discussing it. Ilyon Woo, we thank you so much for joining us for tonight. You can buy Master Slave Husband Wife wherever books are sold.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks for checking out the ABC News YouTube channel. If you'd like to get more videos, show highlights, and watch live event coverage, click on the right over here to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to download the ABC News app for breaking news alerts. Thanks for watching.